आपने आज एक मेहनत करी, फिर नेक्स्ट डे यू वर्क हार्ड, देन नेक्स्ट डे यू वर्क हार्ड, एक जैसे चेन होती है ना, उसमें लिंक्स होते हैं, तो लिंक्स बनते जाते हैं कि आज हमने एक लिंक बनाया, आज एक हमने लिंक बनाया, आज एक लिंक बनाया, कंसिस्टेंटली पढ़ रहे हैं, लिंक 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 बनता गया, एंड ऑन द डे ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन यू हैव अ रोप ऑफ लिंक्स, then you have to like throw it up to the peak, and if that link has been consistent enough, it will reach the peak and you will just climb the mountain easily.
Hello everyone, my name is Ajay and welcome back to our channel. Joining us today is Tushar. He secured All India rank 9 in GATE 2022 and also he secured All India rank 32 in Engineering Services exam this year. So before starting this video, let's congratulate him. Congratulations Tushar for such an amazing performance in both GATE and ESE.
Thank you, Ajay.
So can you briefly introduce yourself?
Yes. So I have done my BTech from IT Delhi from 2020 in electrical engineering. Post that, I worked with Intel for a brief period, and actually I also appeared in GATE 2021. In that, I got All India rank 86. This year, I've gotten All India rank 9. So through that, I'm presently working with Power Grid Corporation of India. So, and this year actually I'm looking forward to waiting for the service allocation through the UPSC, and I'm looking forward to join it.
So that's fantastic. So where's your location right now?
Oh, it's in Faridabad, regional headquarters.
Okay. So after graduating from IIT Delhi, why did you choose this career path, GATE and ESE? Why?
Yes, so like majorly for an engineer who is interested in core, there are two options. One is either the placements or the PSUs and the engineering services. So my inclination was towards a job that would give me more responsibilities from the initial starting phase, and as I grow more mature into the career, I would want a position where I would be working with the policy making sector for the electricity domain for a country. So this is why I decided that PSUs and engineering services would suffice that.
Since you have appeared in both GATE and ESE, what is the key differences that you have observed personally between this GATE and ESE preparation?
Okay. So when we are talking about the differences, firstly, there's a very big similarity. Similarity being the syllabus of GATE is the subset of the syllabus of engineering services.
Yes.
Now we reach to the differences. The differences is that prelims demands that you need to cover, like give just 10-15 days to the general studies part. And the other difference being talking about electrical engineering, material science, computer fundamentals, microprocessors, and these 3-4 communication systems. These 3-4 subjects are there that you need to prepare on a basic level, and that takes I guess a month or a month and a half more. So the difference in terms of time would be 2 months, and ESE mains require more intense and more in-depth problem solving. So ESE mains, I believe, is more difficult than GATE examination in terms of level and personality test. So it's pretty much like PSU interviews up to a certain level. So yeah, these are the similarities and differences which I feel in this exam.
So did you feel like ESE mains preparation helped you in your GATE result this year?
Yeah, definitely. Because when you are practicing the questions for ESE mains, you go from derivation to in-depth numerical solving, and there you know the way you are practicing the test series by reaching to the last answer, only then you get like the good marks.
Yes.
So that practice I believe, it has been the key factor why I got such a good rank.
If you are preparing for GATE 2023, I have a big announcement for you. This video will benefit you immensely in your GATE preparation. Friends, PrepLadder is offering an amazing discount of 25% on its GATE course. Yes, you heard it right. 25% discount on the GATE course that has well-structured video lectures from the dream team, exam-relevant question bank, test series, treasures, past year questions, and much more. All these things at an incredible price of 11,990. You have to use my code AJAYD to get this 25% discount on this GATE course. So download the app right now and grab this wonderful opportunity to study with India's best faculty at a very affordable price. Don't miss this opportunity. You will never get a 1-year GATE course at the cost of 11,990. So go grab this offer. PrepLadder has introduced a new feature called Treasures. This is absolutely free of cost. Treasures are basically revision notes that will help you in your last minute preparations. Since they are a summarized version of essential topics, it will become easier for you to retain a particular topic for a longer duration. So Tushar, did you join any coaching for GATE or ESE preparation?
Yes. So firstly, being from IIT Delhi, so there is a trend that people think that you all don't need coaching, but what we all learn there is more industry based. Like we have studied analog electronics in college, but we were not taught BJTs because MOSFETs are used in the industries. So yes, I needed coaching because GATE and engineering services exam demands intensive, rigorous going through the content. So yes, I took coaching from ESE, and I joined the A batch of ESE. So Kalusarai is like right across the road from my college. So every day after 5 p.m. I used to go for the 6 p.m. batch in my final year. So yeah, I took guidance.
So you joined coaching in your final year of engineering?
Yeah.
So how was your typical day when you were in coaching and when you were preparing for ESE or GATE? So how was your typical day looks like?
Okay, so I'll break it down into two parts. One is with coaching and one is in the COVID phase. So with coaching, it was really like physically and mentally demanding because I used to have classes from 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. in the morning, and the labs would end up by 5 p.m. And after that, I have to go to the classes that would go from 6 to 9:30 p.m. And at 10 p.m. I would come back to my room all tired, and there's no scope of even practicing questions at that time. But that preparation really, sparked my interest in the subjects, and that really helped me in my placement, in my college placements.
Oh.
It was the reason I topped the examination that Intel conducted in my college, and that's why I got selected.
In 10 exams, you would get a lot of advantage if you prepare for these competitive
Exactly.
exams.
They only test your technical skills in analog electronics, control system, network theory, and all those things.
Yes.
So that helped. Now coming to the COVID phase, I had already gotten placed. There was a job upcoming, and there's COVID happening. So we are all at home, and so I had all the time to practice the questions.
Yes.
So I just simply used to practice the entire day, and what I focused on was the consistency. So I used to spend like 7-8 hours on an average. So I would wake up in the morning. So I would pick up any subject in which I would like today I'm feeling like I should go with power systems. So it would like it's a spell, like 12 to 13 days I'm into power systems. Then next is like machines, I'm giving 10 days, 8 days. So like that.
So on an average, you used to study for 7 to 8 hours.
Yeah, and it used to be like with interest. That today I feel like power systems, इसको पूरा खत्म करते हैं.
So this is a very common question from many aspirants. Should we integrate prelims and mains combinedly, or should we prepare separately? What is your take on this?
Okay, when it comes to making the class notes, they are comprehensive in the sense for prelims and mains. Prelims demands, the more breadth, length and breadth, but mains demands more depth into the subject.
Yes.
So the class notes are going to be the same, but the practice content is going to be different. For prelims, it's just simply confine it to the previous year questions, do them multiple times. For mains, yes, you have to do the mains question multiple times, but also you should enroll in a number of test series and the coaching workbooks that they provide. So that covers a wide variety of in-depth questions. So this is how the differences would be in the preparation of prelims and mains.
I have seen many people who are preparing for prelims, they would prepare prelims and mains combinedly. Like they would prepare derivations also when they are preparing for prelims. That will make no sense, right?
Yeah. If we are talking about, the return of investment, and when prelims is coming, you should focus on maximizing your score in that.
That's right.
Because if you are getting a good score in prelims, your momentum is higher for the preparation of mains also. If you are unable to, if you're just clearing the prelims by cutoff, then you'll already feel down that I'm already behind in the race.
Correct.
So that helps.
So like how did you prepare each stage and what are the resources that you followed? Can you briefly discuss those things?
Yes. So like talking about prelims, my idea was that I have to do the previous year questions multiple times. And I didn't confine myself only to electrical. I always thought that, I should have some edge. So I did it from electrical and electronics, the common subjects for electronics. And I only, just multiple time doing this. And talking about the base content was class notes. PYQs I have told, electrical, electronics. And test series, I joined Made Easy and ACE Academy test series for it. But it's my personal opinion which I realized. Comparing PYQs and test series, PYQs are way more important than test series for prelims. For GATE, test series is very, very important. But for engineering services prelims, since there is a sense of repeatedness in the concepts and more, breadth is there, more width is there, prefer doing PYQs of electrical electronics multiple times and stick to the base content. This way you will nail the prelims. Now coming to the mains. So again, for mains, base content, class notes, that's sorted. Now coming to PYQs. So I, again, as I said, I want to take an edge which would help me in preparation. So I stuck to PYQs, ESE mains electrical, PYQs, ESE mains electronics, PYQs civil services mains electrical. Though they were pretty easy, I realized later on that's okay. ACE Academy workbook is really good. It has great questions and they provide the content for free also if you have cleared the engineering services prelims.
This is not a promotional video. He's talking his heart out.
Yeah. And made easy workbook also I liked it, especially the solved questions there. And yeah, that would be all. Yes, test series. Now coming to the third point, test series. So I enrolled in Made Easy and ACE Academy mains test series, and I gave them all. And that is what makes a difference. In mains, you have to deliver such a large amount of content in a limited time. So it's just not about how much you know. It's also about how fast and in what way you can present it.
Right.
So as you asked about the prelims and mains, I guess that would conclude it.
A notebook and previous year questions and test series, these three are more than enough. Yeah. But people don't take it seriously. They look out for different resources. They don't do revision, and then they stuck up not qualifying prelims.
Yeah, I'd like to add one point to this. The viewers that are watching this, I very much relate to the fact then when we are having a talk session and the guys are telling that stick to PYQs, stick to basic content, stick to test series. The viewer on the other side always feels that how could it be so simple? See, it seems simple. What's not simple is that sticking to it and being consistent to it.
Yes.
And that is what is making the difference. Believe me, this source is all you need. If you're going to other sources, you're only diverting yourself and your performance would not be up to the mark. Because when we are going to the examination center, we also have to see कि जो हमने अभी पढ़ा है, are we carrying it in our mind? और अगर हम एक book पढ़ लेंगे, Sater and Smith की book पढ़ लेंगे, you read that 700-800 pages books, you'll enjoy it. But will you be able to take that book in your mind to the examination? No. So that's why work on practicing skills, because practicing skills is something you take to the examination. So as Ajay sir said, yes, just basic notes, PYQs and test series. This is how simple it is. What we as students miss out is the fact that the place where you take edge from your competitors is consistency. Correct. And how much efforts you are putting in daily. See, I'll give an analogy. It's like इलेक्ट्रिकल, जैसे कि सबको पता है कि हम अब 2 महीने नहीं रिवाइज करेंगे तो धीरे धीरे हम उसको भूलने लग जाते हैं. सो इलेक्ट्रिकल इज लाइक इट्स अ पीक एंड डे बाय डे आपने आज एक मेहनत करी, फिर नेक्स्ट डे यू वर्कड हार्ड, देन नेक्स्ट डे यू वर्कड हार्ड. एक जैसे चेन होती है ना, उसमें लिंक्स होते हैं, तो लिंक्स बनते जाते हैं कि आज हमने एक लिंक बनाया, आज एक हमने लिंक बनाया, आज एक लिंक बनाया, कंसिस्टेंटली पढ़ रहे हैं, लिंक बनता गया, एंड ऑन द डे ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन यू हैव अ रोप ऑफ लिंक्स. Then you have to throw it up to the peak, and if that link has been consistent enough, it will reach the peak and you'll just climb the mountain easily. But if there are link and then you're not studying for the week, your chain is broken. Connection. Exactly, no connection, you'll have to again study again. So consistency is more important than going out to new resources any day.
So the only resources that you need is your class notes, previous year questions and test series, and consistency is the key. So remember that.
Yeah.
And what about interview? You have not discussed about your interview preparation. How did you prepare for interview, and how was your interview day experience?
Okay, first coming to the preparation part for the interview, I was really stressed and I was very clueless about the interview preparation. So whatever I started reading, the every next day I would feel that, I have not started my interview preparation yet, I have not started yet. I'm just reading out things in the air. What's the chances that this thing that I'm reading right now would be asked in the interview? So, but what I ultimately realized for the interview preparation, just join any 2 coachings mock interviews, give 4 mock interviews, don't go on giving 8, 10, no use. Give 3 to 4 mock interviews, and I broke the preparation for interview, I guess, into 3 pieces. I'll just try recalling. First is your technical portion, that is the most important. 70 to 80% question would be from your technical. Second is your DAF. Whatever word that you have written in your detailed application form, okay, I've written I'm from Vasundhara Ghaziabad, Vasundhara. I've written Tushar. Okay, whatever word that you have written, try framing 5 to 6, 7, 8 questions on it daily, and after a period of time, आपके पास हर एक word के लिए questions होंगे, and get their answers in your mind. जब आप ये कर लेंगे, तो your DAF is prepared. So basically, your DAF is prepared, your technical questions are prepared. Now come to the third part, which is the current affairs. उसके लिए बहुत stress नहीं लेना है. They don't expect you to be well versed with current affairs. उसके लिए बस एक try करना है. So this would be all for the interview preparation.
And coming to your interview day experience, how were the questions like? Is it pure of a technical kind of interview, or were you asked any current affairs questions also?
Yes. Now coming to the interview experience, how the interview turned out to be. Alright, so obviously, you're just going to the car that day. I went with the parents, and there's a lot going in your mind, but there's a little sense of calmness when you enter the UPSC building. It's very simple and very humble place, and then I went inside and I stood there, and chairperson sir asked me to sit down, and then I had actually like subtle beard kept, and his first statement was, I see there's the clean shavens are not in trend these days. So I was a little shocked. Alright, so what do I say? I just smiled. I said, yes sir. Then he said, alright, so Tushar, you are an electrical engineer and you are a poet. So please enlighten us with the meaning of Tushar with a poetic perspective. Now I would like to tell the viewers that, as I told you, DAF word has Tushar, and in DAF in hobby there is poetry. So their questions is just from the DAF itself. This is something I already prepared.
Yes.
So I told him that जैसे एक ओस की बूंद, तुषार मीन्स ओस की बूंद, जैसे एक ओस की बूंद अपने आप को अपने एनवायरनमेंट के हिसाब से डाल लेती है, वैसे ही तुषार भी अपने आप को he can adapt himself as per the needs of the environment and perform efficiently. So this is how the interview started. Then he asked me questions about horsepower. Then he asked me, you have a GATE rank of 86. So did you join any public sector? I told him Power Grid. Then from there, the technical member started with the questions of Power Grid. Like, what does it do? Then he asked me questions from power systems. Then he asked me, how would you set up a power plant? Then it came to the third technical member. He asked me questions on quality factor, what are dielectric losses, how can we measure it. So I couldn't tell him how can we measure it, but I told him that, sir, I could come to a conclusion. Like, he asked me, what is the exact instrument that we use? I said, I don't remember the exact instrument, but I can try. So I tried it, linking it, that there's a resistor, there's a capacitor, we can measure voltage, current. So he appreciated my trial. And then he also asked me about how to measure the quality factor with a bridge instrument, not the Q meter, with a bridge instrument. So again I said that, sir, I can try this, I'll try coming to the conclusion. He said, sure. Then I said, like, the inductance we can measure from Maxwell bridge, Hayes bridge, Anderson bridge. So what I realized, so this was the third technical member. Then later on, the chairman sir, he asked, he ended the interview with a really beautiful line. So he said कि तुषार जी, ये कहा जाता है कि हमारे बीच जो एक कवि बैठे हैं, ये सुनने में कवियों से ये बहुत आता है कि अगर एक कवि से उसकी कविता ना पूछी जाए तो उसकी कविता बुरा मान जाएगी. Then everyone in the panel started smiling, and then he said, please enlighten us with a poem that you have written. So I recited the poem, and they all smiled after the poem. They seemed happy. And then he said, all right, all the best for your future ahead. It was a great time talking to you. So my key takeaways from the interview are, it's a very cordial, very humble environment. Just be truthful. Whatever you know, share that. Second, be prepared with your technical, with your DAF. That they expect. Okay. Third, show some presence of mind that you learn from mock interviews. And fourth, they are not looking your answering ability. They have checked in prelims, they have checked in mains. They are looking how you are dealing with a situation in which you don't know the answer. The interview marks are yet to be out. Abhi aaye nahi hai.
I hope you must have got really good marks.
Yes, let's see. But I think एक interview का माहौल अच्छा रहता है अगर you are showing that yes, you are willing to come to the answer. नहीं आता है पर कोशिश करेंगे. So overall, then when I came out of the interview room, I was pretty happy. It went pretty long actually.
So Tushar, one of the most important and sensitive topic, stress management. So how did you manage your stress during your preparation?
Okay, so see, stress is pretty much inevitable. Like, right, you are 21, 22 year olds, and a lot of changes are coming in your life. You're facing the reality of life, the competition. So I think the way I dealt with stress was to give it space. Firstly, to acknowledge that yes, what you are doing you're actually improving day by day, and growth usually comes along with some mild stress is always there. So I would give it the space, as in, suppose I'm studying for 14 days. The 15th day I would go out. I would not be like अगर पढ़ाई नहीं हो रही है तब भी वहीं बैठ के बस बैठना है और पढ़ाई नहीं हो रही है पर खुद के साथ ही झूठ बोलना है, वो अवॉइड करना है. तो आई वुड गो आउट, मीट माई फ्रेंड्स every 10th day or 11th day I would do that. Second, appreciate yourself for doing good in the test papers. Like if you are getting good ranks, so you should appreciate yourself. Yeah, so give it space basically, as we were talking. Give it space and appreciate yourself. अगर आप टेस्ट में अच्छा कर रहे हैं then you have to appreciate yourself. कि अगर टेस्ट में रैंक सेकंड आई है, थर्ड आई है, order food from outside, party a bit if you are doing good. Okay, so yeah, give it space and appreciate yourself. That's how I tackle with it.
And the last question, what is the message that you wanted to give for our subscribers so that they can also get selected in ESE or get some good rank in GATE?
Yeah, definitely. So break it down to the problem. जो भी problem है, have a plan of action. ठीक है? Don't just flow away in the emotions कि ये कैसे होगा. Have a plan of action. Second, कितना भी बड़ा problem हो, break it down into chunks and work on those chunks with a plan of actions. So, and everything is achievable. Like me and Ajay sir also told. Basic books, previous year questions and test series. ठीक है? Pick up every subject in the chunk, apply these three rules, complete it, get a good rank in the test series, move on to your next subject, and just follow this process. That's how you'll get a great rank.
Thanks man for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. That's it for today guys. So prepare well for your upcoming exams. Do not do the mistakes that you have been doing from your past exams. So that's it for today.
Yes, alright. Thank you guys.
If you found this video helpful, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Even if you don't do any of these, I thank you for watching this video till now. Take care and I'll see you all in the next video.
Yo, microphone check, make it a microphone check. Give it a microphone, I make the microphone dead.